beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for May 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your monthly reading for May. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And May is a very powerful month. There are many intense shifts occurring this month. You may have been feeling extra exhausted, burnt out, and fed up recently, but Mars now reappears 15 degrees apart from Saturn, and that occurs from the 4th of May. And this really is a big deal as collectively our motivation returns. Vibrations raise higher spiritually, and you'll be embracing that inner warrior to overcome challenges and find solutions to any problems that you've been experiencing recently. So expect to feel more energized, motivated, and tenacious to move forward on long-term goals. Now, Saturn is a very serious planet that can be a bit of a hard taskmaster, pushing us all to work hard, maintain momentum, and remain true to our path without distraction. This in turn can create minor tension with others as we all jostle with a very intense change of energy this month. But ultimately, Mars encourages, whoa, look at that. Mars encourages you to basically be passionate about all your endeavors, really embrace self-expression and creativity, as well as feel enthusiastic, let's put it that way, to learn new things. You'll pay more attention to health, body, mind, and soul, and I can see that you have the Hearth card there. So that's really about checking in with what's really important to you, the people that are important to you, the place that you call home or sanctuary, or really feeling where you belong right now. And this time period, it really asks you to pay close attention to those important things. Also, Mars reignites your lust for life, finding new exciting ways to revamp your life and bring back that spark that may have been missing for the last couple of months because Mars has been hidden. Now, Jupiter, the most auspicious planet of prosperity, shines its beautiful energy upon you, and it will, of course, shine that beautiful light upon us all, and it finally delivers better times ahead. As we've officially moved into Taurus season as well, we should also expect amplified opportunities and success in areas that you've been focusing all of your energy on, as well as discovering new ideas on how to increase wealth, repay debt, and create solid foundations for stability. Now also, more invitations to events should start to flow in this month, and Jupiter showing up in the sign of Gemini will actually make you feel a little bit more sociable than usual, and potentially you'll meet new people to add to your soul tribe. The new moon occurs on the 8th of May, and that's all about reconnecting with nature, falling back in love with your life, attracting good luck, and deepening your connection with the law of attraction. So if you have some sort of law of attraction ritual that you tend to adhere to, maybe you've lost touch with it, or you've been meaning to get back on track with it, this is the month to basically implement it. And the law of attraction works really well for you during this month, because this month tends to be the month of plenty. All the other months were a little bit difficult, but this one is like a tide that is turning. And of course, we have the full moon in your sign, my beautiful Sagittarians, and that occurs on the 23rd of May. And that will affect us all, of course, but you the most, injecting more opportunities for adventure, to take charge of your life and make bold decisions, whilst also seeing the bigger picture of your life to remain on track. Also, you'll attract more fun and spontaneity along the way. It's worth noting that Jupiter, of course, will conjunct the Sun on the 18th of May. So after that, Jupiter will not grant any more wishes until later on in the year. So get your fill at the beginning of May. It will return, of course, around about mid-June, maybe later part of June there. But it's worth noting that we've got access to better energy at the beginning of the month. Now, on a personal level, May is actually a month of potential and lucky breaks, despite chaotic surroundings. But on a global scale, however, the reappearance of Mars can actually escalate conflicts that are already in motion, and power plays can increase tension further. Plus, the disappearance of Jupiter can see public figures in power disappear from the spotlight or shirk responsibility or even accountability, even when the public need them the most to step up and lead. You may even see lots of people leave their positions during this time period as well. And also, I hate to say this part, but we may see a lot more crazy weather events this month. Hurricane season may even start early this year, disrupting the natural flow of weather systems. So it's definitely something to watch out for. And also, Mars's gravitational energy can actually affect the Earth, especially in terms of volcanic activity. And as we're in Taurus season, Taurus is, of course, an earth element. We may actually see more earthquake activity, even in areas where they are not typical. And I did mention that last month as well. And we, of course, straight after that, we had the earthquake in New York. We're going to see more of that in different places, of course. And of course, Mars and Saturn partnering up this month. It can affect water. So there may even be a large-scale flooding event, especially in or near the Ring of Fire, because I'm drawn to that area specifically. Okay, now just to let you know, I'm only getting the upright cards in this deck. Wow, you've got 3 major arcana cards for this month. This is really a big deal. I'm going to shuffle again just to see if we can get a little bit more detail on that. I may need to clarify with a different deck, but basically I'll use the major arcana deck to get like an overarching energy, and then I'm using a full deck here. And you've got 3 major arcanas there as well. So this is a very pinnacle month for you in particular, my beautiful Sagittarians, okay? But let's see. I'm just going to go one more just to get a little bit more detail. Also, I want you to be aware that Mercury is no longer in retrograde. So that's really good news for the collective. We can breathe a sigh of relief that things will go a lot more smoother than they did last month. Although we do have some intense solar flares coming in this month, and this would be a very prudent time for you to really, save down important documents or financial statements, as there may be some gremlins in the system, cyber attacks, power outages on a little bit more of an intense scale. Also, this time period, we're going to see a lot more of it throughout the year, but we're starting to ramp up a little bit in the exposés. They will continue to be revealed. Anything that's been hidden from the collective, it will come to light there, and that'll be about people in positions of power and, maybe famous people as well. It's all going to keep revealing itself. Pluto actually continues to expose all those hidden things, which can at first feel really uncomfortable, but it's really about ripping that curtain down and sort of revealing in the cold light of day everything that's been going on behind the scenes. And it can cause tension, but it does so in order to really purge and deliver karmic paybacks. Ultimately, though, on a personal level, it's a really positive month to rediscover your passion, your energy, your focus, and check in with your strategy, whilst also being very productive and edging closer towards your goal. So this is going to be a great month to keep those plans ticking over. Now, your first card there is Comfort. Okay, interesting that you got this card because your sixth house is actually governing you at the beginning of the month. And that's really about daily routines, schedules. Some of you, it's more about paying close attention to the home space. You know, some of you may declutter, you may actually do some DIY, you may actually do a little bit of sorting things out or fixing things around the home space that needed to be fixed for quite some time. This is really about being organized and creating a sanctuary. It's also about focusing on building a life of comfort. So, you know, you're going to be reestablishing your relationships with your family and friends, but also you're going to stick to your plans that see you building a life of luxury or building some level of comfort in your life to make you feel secure. Now, that sixth house, it really is about you focusing on work if you're in a career sector. If you're not, it could be your personal projects. It's also going to be you focusing on paying bills, savings plans, budgets, repayment plans, your pensions, responsibilities, tasks. You know, this house, the sixth house, it can feel a little bit dull or boring sometimes, like nothing's really happening, that it's the same thing as last month. But actually, it's a really important house because it keeps your life running smoothly. So I feel everything's going to be in check. I think things are going to be like ticking over nicely for you. You may also focus a little bit more on your health this month because the sixth house really does govern the health space. So you may actually restart an exercise plan, routine, maybe even a lifestyle change there. You may pay attention to your sleeping patterns. It could even be as simple as like buying a new pillow because it's better for your neck or your head support. It could be that some of you may be looking at, really interesting, it's coming through here. Maybe it's not going to resonate with everyone, but it's coming through, so it must resonate with someone out there. I see someone really looking at the ingredients and materials. So what I mean by that is if you're purchasing new clothes, because your first house of identity actually takes over from the sixth house. So some of you may purchase an item of clothing, but you're paying really close attention to the material that it's made up of, because I feel someone's looking into certain materials that either drain your energy or cause static friction or just don't feel really good on you. So some of you are really like paying super close attention to the garments that you wear. So if that's you, I definitely see you're going to do more of that this month. I feel more natural fibers. I mean, male or female, not a gender specific reading, but also I feel maybe not all of you are going to be focusing on that, but I feel a general large energy of people, especially Sagittarian energy, because that's what I'm tapped into right now, really paying a close attention to material. This could also be something to do with your bedding, for example, your duvet set or pillowcase, because that's really coming up heavily. Some of you may be looking at certain materials, I don't know, polyester, that maybe don't vibe with you. Silk maybe don't vibe with you. I'm not sure, but it could be cotton, whatever it is. I feel some of you are choosing something that just feels better for you long term. And that's in garments, but also in materials that perhaps are in your bedding, you know, so that's coming through. So please take it as it resonates. Again, it may not resonate with everyone, but I feel that's something that you'll be focused on. Some of you may also be looking at the food that you eat this month. You've got the Devil card there. So I definitely see some of you are looking at toxicity or things that perhaps are not really good for you. Some of you may even, you know, have been meaning to give something up because it just makes you feel like low energy or bloated or just lethargic, or it just doesn't feel good. And I feel like you're sticking to that plan. You're making sure that you cut something out or maybe have less of it so that you can actually, you know, wean yourself off it. Okay. Now that's coming through. Again, it may not resonate with everyone, but that's something that's coming through there as well. Now, of course, your first house is all about the self. It's about your identity. So some of you could be revamping your look or your wardrobe or establishing yourself in a position of power and reestablishing your belief system and really looking about who you are, where you feel like you belong, and what really makes you happy. And also, I feel you're going to be looking at what makes you unique to stand out from the crowd. Now, really interesting, they're showing me a snowflake right now, up close image of a snowflake. Now, snowflakes, of course, they are complex and unique, And I feel that is your superpower. You are complex and unique, and you're embracing that this month. It could also be a logo or a sign that you're going to see over the next coming weeks that indicates, you're going to attract something that you've been manifesting, because the law of attraction works really well for you this month. You've got the Lover's card and you've got the Six of Cups. So that's a gift or something being delivered to you. It could be good news. It could be an opportunity. I definitely see you're going to accomplish something you're going to really love at the end of the month, and it opens up a world full of choices for you as well. So this could be, as I said, a sign or a logo. So if you're launching a business, for example, it could be that you've got a snowflake as part of your design, or if you're going for an interview, perhaps the company that you're interviewing at has a snowflake incorporated in the design, or maybe you're just going to walk down the sidewalk and see a billboard that has like a huge snowflake on it, and it's an indication that you are unique, you are complex, and that actually you're going to accomplish whatever it is that you feel you need right now, or you've been manifesting, but it's attached to good luck or better rewards, because you've also got the Wheel of Fortune here as well. So there's some good times happening in the month of May. I also have to see here, because I feel some of you have been hesitant to change something or hesitant to end something that's been in your life, but we will look at that in a moment here. But I feel this month really is you doing a lot of soul searching for your place in the world, also your place in your schedule, because I feel like some of you may have been super busy. It's almost like your life has been running you rather than you running your life. And I feel that you are making some major critical changes this month that's going to just make you feel a little bit more at ease, that things feel a little bit more manageable and things aren't so chaotic. So I definitely see a major shift that is positive there. Also, if there's anything that you're unhappy with, any aspect of your life, now is the time that you're going to focus on setting those changes in motion for the better. And this card, it's number 11, so that's a great number there for you, although I'm also being given 3131. Now this could be the end of a cell phone number, or it could be like the end digits of like a building number, or it could be... I'm being given this energy of your thoughts becoming things, that manifestation works really well for you. The law of attraction is something that is highlighted for you right now, but sometimes you're too busy to tap into it. And that May is a month where you'll pay more attention to carving out some time to really reflect and sit with your thoughts and think, this is what I want. This is what I do not want. Actually, I feel like you're going to be very... shrewd in your thoughts this month in terms of really focusing more on what you want as opposed to what you don't want, because whatever you think about, you bring about. So I feel you're really paying most attention to the positive changes that you want right now, and these will be reflected around you. So carving out time for peace, serenity, and even when the world is in a very chaotic stage right now, I feel like you are grounding yourself and finding that inner sanctuary, as well as creating that comfort in your home circumstances. Okay. Now, of course, as I said, it's number 11, and this is a card that really basically underlines taking some time out to rest or regenerate. Know what makes you comfortable in life. Sometimes, we can have some time off. Like we can sit there and we can scroll on our phone, or we can busy ourselves around the home space and think, whoa, I've got some time off. Let me just reorganize my shelves, or let me just go and clean out that cupboard that I said I was going to do. And sometimes your body is saying, actually, I need a real rest. I need to sit there and just either take a snooze, a cat nap, or it could be that you just need to be with your mindfulness, or you physically need some rest. This is a card to know when it's time to take a break from something and not then sort of channel your energy into something else. You're still doing, even though you may feel like you're taking some time out. Sometimes if you're in a career, for example, you may take a day off that is planned, and it may not be that you're going on a vacation or traveling anywhere. It could be that you're deciding that actually you want to organize your home in some way, especially if you're relocating. It could be that you're actually trying to, see what fits where. And you may see it as you're taking a break from your career, or you're taking some time off from something, but you're actually still doing something in another area. So I feel like you are going to pay a little bit more attention this month to really getting proper rest. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to be inspired and passionate and be that go-getting spirit, but I feel you are someone who is starting to notice when your body is saying enough, need to take a break. Some of you, this could have been manifested in some area of health. For example, you could have come down with a seasonal cold. Sometimes our body, it lets us know you're doing a lot. Maybe you're doing too much. And maybe it's giving you a signal to just not slow down, but to prioritize what's important and what could be one another day. So I feel like you're looking at schedules and things like that. I definitely see that you're going to be on the go. You're living your passions. You're going to be very busy this month. But when we get this card, you know, this is a card that indicates now's the time to innovate and, you know, maybe even like contemplate where you need to take action. I mean, it could also be that you are deciding to launch a new project that's going to really benefit you and your family at this time. But it could be that you're in the stages of reflecting on it. What's going to really make you feel comfortable? You know, how do you create a happy, peaceful home? How do you nourish yourself, body, mind, and soul? Because remember, the body and the mind is our home, okay? We have to acknowledge that we live in this body. This is ours. This is something we've come into this lifetime to live in. And whatever we put into it, you know, sorry, if you can hear a really loud, like, airplane there were some really, like, low jets going on right now. So, you know, there's a lot of events happening, I guess, in this area, which is not typical. This is not normally a flight path, but somehow I found myself in one. So here it is. But I do apologize if that was super loud. But anyway, let me get back to the energy that I was being given here. That everything that we put within ourselves is also, you know, us and our home space. So, you know, of course, from time to time, I'll happily eat half a packet of biscuits when I'm feeling I want a bit of downtime. Maybe I've had a really bad day. But, you know, sometimes I have to acknowledge as well that enough is enough. So I feel like you're looking at not just your home space, but also body, mind, and soul. And I feel right now this card is really a card about you looking at where you feel like you belong, but also focusing on your inner life at this time as well as your outer life. Also, this card can be a card where you keep the home fires burning, as it were, a welcoming home space. Some of you could be family coming over or friends, or perhaps you are moving home and you're about to invite people over, for example. Some of you may be deciding to look for other property, or you want to move neighborhoods, but home is where the heart is. And I feel right now, you know, although you're focused on projects and, you know, all of those goals that you have, I feel creating a stable environment is something that's really on your mind right now. So you may be busying yourself in and around the home space. Some of you may be thinking about growing your own herbs or flowers, or, you know, because I feel your home is going to be like a place of activity. It's like a hive of activity in the month of May. So definitely some DIY, some decluttering, but make sure that you're not just channeling your energy into just another thing to do. Make sure you also take time to rest there. Now, some of you, you know, you may be spending more time with your children, maybe creating some sort of activities in the home space, or getting them involved in doing some chores around the home space in some way if you're a parent. Of course, if you're not a parent, I feel like you're just adding a little bit of sparkle to where you live so that it feels really magical and homely, because, of course, it is our little sanctuary, our little empire, wherever we live, whether we rent or own, or whether we are trying to purchase our own property. I feel it's really important that, you know, you're creating a place where you can just rest and breathe and just recharge your batteries. Some of you may even be thinking about adopting a pet in the month of May as well, because I'm getting this sense of, you know, a companion. And also I'm getting, for some of you beautiful Sagittarians, a pet may actually adopt you in the month of May, especially a cat. It feels very much like a familiar. So if you're walking through your neighborhood, there may be a cat who's got their eye on you and is like, there's a good soul that I know I could live with. So just watch out for that. I feel if you want, of course, a familiar to come and live with you, then I definitely see one being drawn to you in the month of May. Now, my guides are kind of indicating here that I'm not finished with this card, because they're giving me this energy of starting up some sort of passion project in the home space, okay? Some of you may be launching an idea from home. It could be something that's online, or it could be that some of you are selling some things that you've outgrown from the home space. I just get this energy of startup energy. It could be something that you've been ruminating over for quite some time. You've got the World card here and the Fool card, so it could be something you're launching, and it could be something that is either a side hustle or even like just a new idea. I feel like you are taking ownership of some sort of project that is going to be very fulfilling, but it sort of reignites your passion in some way. So it could be very creative, something creatively done in the home space there as well. Now, some of you beautiful Sagittarians could be giving birth this month, so congratulations to you. I definitely see a happy home. It's going to change you in the most wonderful way, and you are lucky indeed is what I see there. So I feel some of you may have been paying close attention to your diet because of that, or you are noticing that some foods perhaps have not been resonating with you as much as they used to, because of course you've got a baby on board. So I'm sending you lots of love there if you're currently pregnant. I feel for some of you, of course, you're going to have a due date, but I feel that baby may decide to come early, okay? But I feel, it's a very harmonized event. I feel very peaceful here. I get this sense there's a lot of love and joy, and it really is a moment where you recognize the universe has sent you a true gift, a true joy. But I would prepare for this little one to come a little bit earlier, because this one is eager to meet you, and I feel very excited about this. So again, lots of congratulations. Of course, everybody's not pregnant out there, so that's not going to resonate with everyone, but I really feel it coming through here as well. But this is really about the majority of my beautiful Sagittarians just noticing where you feel happy, and that's across the board. It's in your working environment, if you're in a career. It's also where you feel happy with your friendships, neighborhoods, countries. Some of you are looking at the country that you live in, and you may be thinking, is this for me? Do I want to go further afield? And some of you are just looking across the board at the life that you've built so far and wondering, is it a cozy one? Now, it's really important to recognize that sometimes we can look at our life. We've built a life of comfort for ourselves, and that doesn't mean that we're getting complacent, because sometimes, when we feel nice and cozy, it means that perhaps we get into a pattern or routine that means we're not stretching ourselves, and we can get into such a repetitive cycle that we feel a bit bored. But I feel you're addressing this in the month of May. I feel you're changing lanes or changing cycles this month to open yourself up to more fun, more spontaneity. I actually see you booking lots of events to get out of the home space, to really enjoy yourself or fulfill yourself. This could come in the form of festivals. Some of you, it's travel. I definitely see some of you, it's almost like you're preparing for travel, or perhaps you've been putting off having a vacation, and now you're suddenly going to book something there. But I just get this sense of joy, fun, and getting out there and meeting new people, because with that card, Solitariness there, okay, it's in the resistance position. So some of you have been feeling a little bit isolated or lonely, or you've been a bit of a homebody, bit of a hermit recently, and you want to reconnect to friends or people that you haven't seen for a while. And I just get this sense of all change, almost like you are, shaking the dust off and getting out there and seeing that there's a whole wide world out there to enjoy. Now, I have to address it because it's there. With the Devil card and the Hearth card there, some of you, and this is not going to resonate with all of you, okay, but some of you may be worried about repayments on mortgages, or you may be struggling there, maybe feeling a bit anxious about the job market, or just feeling a little bit worried or nervous about stability in the future. We're seeing a lot of change going on in the world at the moment, and Of course, there is more change to come. So I feel some of you are actually putting new ideas into practice or preparing yourself, not in an obsessive way, but preparing yourself to be very flexible or adaptable to change. So if you work for a company, for example, and you see some restructures going on, perhaps especially with the Fool card and the World card there, you're seeing some redundancies or people leaving, or you see an industry changing. I definitely see that some of you could be putting your resume out there for new opportunities, or some of you are thinking about partnering up with someone that you really trust. Could be a friend, could be a family member. You may be launching your own business, or you're just deciding to go solo and, set up something that is going to be very lucrative later on. I don't see you really leaving anything, but some of you may be thinking it is an option to leave. Some of you may even be leaving like a neighborhood or even a country because you feel it's got too expensive, or it just feels like it's a little bit overwhelming, and you're searching across the board where you feel like you belong, but also where you feel it would be a little bit cheaper. So not everybody's going to be connecting to that, but I am feeling it as an energy. So maybe it's something that's flowing around in your mind right now. Because the Devil card and the Wheel of Fortune, it says there, changing cycles. So I feel some of you may be trying to change something that you feel has been difficult in your world, or you feel a little bit stuck in some way. For some of you, it could be that, as I said, you're worried about repayment plans, remortgaging, or purchasing property. Some of you could be like, you really want a space of your own, but it's so expensive that you're like, is there ever going to be an opportunity for me to get a property or acquire land or whatever it is that you're looking for? You will find the opportunity. You will be very successful. And I feel like the universe is going to send you a bit of a lifeline, an opportunity to attach yourself to better prosperity. But also, I feel some of you, if you are feeling a little bit isolated or alone in a difficult situation, especially if it's financial, I feel like there is help here. So I feel having an honest, open conversation. So for example, and again, this is not going to resonate with everyone. I'm only picking up maybe about 30-40% energy of some people thinking about financial restrictions right now. And I feel there's an energy of, like, for example, if you are struggling to pay an energy bill this month, or you're just looking at the month ahead financially, I feel if you call the provider, they will find a way to balance things out or put things on hold to find a solution. I feel like you'll find a solution anyway yourself, but I feel help is at hand if you've been struggling. Now, for some of you also, if you have been wrestling with a problem, whether it's financial in nature or whether it's that you're just worried about, later on in the future. Sometimes when we spend a lot of time mentally or cerebrally in the future, we can feel overwhelmed. So I feel like you're grounding yourself this month. With the Justice card, you find solutions to anything that you've been finding difficult. So I definitely see that there is a turn in your favor and better prosperity and fortune ahead there. Now, if I really break it down, the Devil card can indicate that some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck. So whether that's you've been stuck in the home space, for some of you, beautiful Sagittarians out there, you may have gone through something health related and you feel bound to your home space right now because you're healing, you're taking stock of, life as well. Just because you're housebound or you're healing at this time doesn't mean that you're not preparing for when you are ready to get out there again. I definitely see take the time that is necessary to heal. Don't overdo it because you'll be back to best in no time. And I see here that, you're still using your thoughts to become things. You're still, visualizing and attracting wonderful things into your life as well there. Now, the Devil card, it can also indicate that some of you, especially with the word comfort on this card and the Devil card, it can indicate that some of us, not all of us, but some of us can bind ourselves to a certain schedule and we feel a little bit stuck in that. We've got a lot of responsibilities, things we need to do. So some of you are trying to identify where you can change those aspects of your life in order to free yourself up. The Devil card can also indicate some of you are really looking at toxic things in your life, maybe even toxic things in your home. For example, I don't know, and this is probably not going to resonate with everyone. Your reading is a little bit like left field this month, but it could be that you're identifying products, substances. Perhaps you feel like, I don't want to use that anymore because it just doesn't feel like it's safe enough to use. Or, what I'm actually being shown right now is, like very strong scenty things in the home space that smell a little bit chemically. Yeah, I'm not going to identify anything in particular, but what I'm being given there is some of you may be very sensitive to smell this month, so you may be looking at things that smell just a little bit off or a little bit like chemically, and maybe like causing migraines or something, because I'm feeling some of you may be like wondering why you're getting like an extra headache or an extra migraine or something, and I feel it's being identified to a very strong smelling product in your home. That's not going to resonate with everyone, but I feel someone out there is going to be like, oh, you're pinpointing something, and it just makes you feel clearer. You may actually just use the same product, but just not that flavor or that scent, perhaps. So yeah, I'm just seeing that happening there as well. Really random, but it just came in. Now, also the Devil card could be that you're looking at things that are toxic in your world in terms of environments, people, places. So I definitely see that you're turning things around. For some of you, you may even be looking at addictions or addictive behavior in your life. If you tend to go through phases, for example, of suddenly getting into the gym and being really super motivated, and then suddenly lapsing into like a little bit more of a lethargy, or if you are suddenly really motivated on a project and then suddenly you've lost interest and you're moving on to something else. Some of you are going to look at maintaining momentum this month as opposed to going through phases and fads. I feel like you are keeping a streamlined energy in order to maintain focus, but also be a little bit more measured in your approach in May. And, May is Taurus season, so this is all about structure. It's all about focusing on plans, and it's about maintaining momentum. So I feel like that really helps you as well. Now, the Devil card could also be that there is a Capricorn in your life. This could be a family member who comes to visit, stay in your home, or perhaps you go to visit that person. So I feel like, this person may even be going traveling, or you're going traveling. I really get a sense here that this person really close to you. There's a lot of love there. And I feel some of you may get some really great advice from this person on how to revamp your life in some way, or even create some sort of sanctuary of peace in your world as well. For some of you, it could be that there's someone with very strong Capricorn placements who actually gives you a vital piece of information that helps you launch a project or helps you in your endeavors, and it just makes sure that you're working smarter, not harder, for example, or it could be an easier way of doing something that they open you up to. So I feel that's quite exciting there as well. Now, Wheel of Fortune, these are both major arcana cards here. So this is a big deal. You're making some major lifestyle changes this month. And for some of you, as I said, it's purchasing property, or some of you, with the Devil card, you could be a little bit anxious or nervous about the big changes that you're making. But these are divinely guided. So I feel luck is on your side. If you feel like you're taking a risk, remember, due diligence is important. It's a calculated risk. Don't rush into anything that you feel highly pressured into. And, check in with your intuition. If it feels too good to be true, dig a little bit deeper before you make any decisions there. But, we've got a big old map there. So this is really about you doing some major soul searching where you feel like you belong. Some of you may even feel like you belong in a couple of different places. So you may want to try and structure life so that you can be nomadic, for example. If you are someone who's in a career environment, or if you are retired, or some of you may be thinking about being a little bit more nomadic, or deciding to move across seas in order to, relocate in some way, because I feel this is a big deal month for you making some major decisions. Also, the Wheel of Fortune, this is a card of recognizing that life, it can be up and it can be down. We have to ride that wave of life, and it's really about managing stress levels and managing anxiety, because if there's something that you can change in your life, then change it. But if there is something that's out of your control or out of your remit of being able to change it, then don't worry about it, because what'll be will be, and what is meant for you will never pass you by. So I feel it's really important for you to recognize that as well. But I feel that you're changing your own luck. And I also feel like there is a lucky break happening for you in the month of May in particular. And it's actually very exciting. I would say, looking at your cards, because you've got the Six of Cups, which tends to mean the universe suddenly steps into your life and offers you an opportunity that perhaps you've been manifesting for a long time, but you felt it was never going to show up for you. Suddenly it appears, and you may have to make some adjustments in your life in order to open your arms to this new opportunity. But I feel it's luck, it's prosperity, it is you being prepared for this level of success and good news, because I feel this energy of you turning your life around and being on solid ground as well. They're actually really asking me to look at this card, my guides, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading. And they're showing me this word, TERRE, T-E-R-R-E, okay? Now, what I'm actually feeling from the water is terra firma, solid ground, okay? So some of you, this could be you, I don't know, solid ground is like you feeling safe, secure. Could also be you grounding yourself, maybe getting into nature, reconnecting to the earth with your feet without your shoes. It could be literally that. Terra firma, it could also be something that's going to be in some contract, or maybe even the deeds of a property. I'm not really sure how to decode the energy. I mean, for some of you, terra firma, it could be that you just feel like safe, or you're creating a comfort for your family where you feel safe, or moving to a neighborhood where you feel safe. But terra, I mean, it could also be that you're working with the land. Some of you could be gardening, or you could be constructing, you know, some sort of like boxes in order to grow your own herbs or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure how it resonates for you, but that's what's coming up there as well. I mean, some of you, it could be that you're interviewing for a job at a company and it's called terra firma, or, you know, or they use a product or a computer system that's called terra firma. So these signs, images, songs, whenever they come up, they may mean nothing in this moment, but then suddenly everything starts to make sense there, okay? Now, we do have the card of Solitariness, desert, okay? And some of you may have felt that there have been no opportunities that have come your way. You may have also felt very isolated or lonely in your circumstances. And as you can see, this figure is on a swing. So I feel like you're trying to enjoy your own time or find fun stuff to do to reconnect to your sense of self. Also, you have a very large affinity with nature there. All those birds gathering on the tree. I feel there's something magical about, you know, solitary time. There's a difference between the word solitary and lonely, and you tend to enjoy your own company, but also you can have too much of a good thing. Remember, too much of a good thing can also be a negative thing. So I feel integrating yourself, seeing friends that you haven't seen for a long time is something that's definitely starred for you this month. But this card is number 13. Change. Change is afoot. The number 13 is the death card energy, which means you are transforming your life in some way. And this card, it basically is like feeling confident to spend time alone. It's a very powerful experience. You don't need to do so much. You know, all of your cards are telling you to like find some level of groundedness and comfort. And you're developing simplicity in your life, cutting back on things that you feel perhaps declutter your life, or maybe even people who cause drama in your life. This card also indicates you're someone who is super resilient. You are independent, self-sufficient, and you're adapting to difficult circumstances. Remember, the last couple of years, we've all adapted to difficult circumstances, and you know, some people are better at it than others, but we train ourselves to expect difficult circumstances again in the future because of experiences that we've already had. So some of you may have been going through that cycle and trying to find, you know, a level of security in your life despite chaotic situations around you. But just like a desert, I feel, you know, you are someone who has a lot of strength to grow in these difficult circumstances. And I also feel that this card indicates some of you are forging new pathways You know, I feel you may be doing something different that you haven't done before, and you may not even be telling people about it at this stage. You may be focusing on projects or relocations or new ideas or new friendships, and some of you, it could even be a relationship. Maybe you've struck up a chemistry with somebody and you're not ready to tell your family or friends about it just yet. You're just seeing where it goes. So I feel like there's this energy here of you detaching from usual expectations and saying, you know what, I'm marching to the beat of my own drum. I'm not going to do something right now just because it's expected of me. What else am I getting from this card? I feel like you're making something major out of little resources. Okay, so I feel, you know, really positive things can sometimes grow in hostile environments. So if you, for example, are in a working environment that has been very toxic, you may be utilizing your skill set, learning new things in order to set yourself up to leave to get a higher pay grade somewhere else. Okay, so sometimes we can really thrive and use those difficult experiences to springboard onto healthier things and opportunities. For some of you, you may have had very difficult experiences when you were younger. And these experiences taught you how to be super independent, how to be very self-reliant, but also they may have taught you a level of empathy that other people just don't have. And you can actually help other people, or you can, you know, write a book about your experiences in order to help other people, or it helps you connect on a deeper level to others because you have a level of empathy that, you know, maybe other people haven't acquired yet, because we all are on a journey of life there. But because this card is in the resistance position, I actually see you all getting out a little bit more in the month of May, enjoying yourself, or like booking things to do. Almost feels like in advance you're booking things to do to enjoy yourself there. But also you are enjoying quality time alone with your thoughts, but also doing things to change your circumstances to set yourself up for the future. We've also got the World card there. It is a card that says integration. So again, this card can indicate that whilst it's great to spend time alone, we must not spend all our time alone, because support networks are very important. People coming together to help each other out, but also even if you meet with a friend that you haven't seen in a long time, it just changes your vibration. It can really set you up for the week or the month and think, you know what, it's so great to see that person. And I really feel like you're being discerning about the company that you keep there as well. Now, the World card in the reverse position, for some of you, if you're traveling, I hate to say it, but there may be some delays. Now, because I'm seeing the snowflake again, this could also indicate it could be weather related. So, I mean, that's such an obvious thing to say at the moment because there's so much crazy weather out there, but you probably don't need me to tell you that. But that's coming out there as well. But there may be some sort of travel delays going on there for you over the month of May. What else am I getting from this card in this position? I'm getting this energy of something feels incomplete. Okay, so it could be that you are trying to get closure on something. It could also be that you have doubt about something that you're trying to build right now, but you're pushing through those fears in order to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. I mean, anything in the reverse position, it goes into the upright, which means projects that you started but may have walked away from, you may return to them this month and actually finish them. So if there's a DIY project or maybe even a project that you've been working on or meaning to get back on track with, this is the month to really focus on it and feel fulfilled, because I definitely see that you'll be satisfied at the end of the month that you did a lot. You're going to be very productive and very goal-oriented. But with these cards in this position, it can indicate some of you are like reimagining your goals, or you're sticking to the same goals, but you're reimagining the pathway. And for some of you, this is about you launching something on your own, and it's going to be very fulfilling there as well. Also, this is a card that indicates that you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities this month. And I feel this is a month to be open to all those opportunities there as well. Now, because we have the World card, some of you I mentioned it earlier, are thinking about a major relocation, could even be an emigration there. So some of you may actually go and try before you buy, as it were, may just vacation in a country just to try it out and see if you really like it. I see that coming there as well for some of you, not all of you, but maybe some of these are thoughts that you're having right now about where you truly belong, because the World card is a card that kind of establishes your place in the world, or the structure of the world that you've built for yourself there. Also, with the World card there, I feel some of you are trying to find a level of peace, even though the world is a very crazy place right now. And you are an empath, so you may be trying to do what you can to change your little part of the world and establish yourself and leave a legacy of being someone who cares about everything. And I feel, sometimes it can feel very overwhelming. So you're trying to find a level of peace to step back and, go a little bit more insular over the month of May. Also, we've got the Fool card there. It is in the resistance position. So some of you, it's almost like, and this comes up in all of your readings over the last couple of months, some of you may have felt like your wings have been clipped in some area of your life. And it's almost like this month you're getting your wings back, like that fun, that sense of adventure, curiosity. Some of you are going to look at your neighborhood, explore new things. Some of you could approach something in a new, exciting way. You're going to step out of your usual parameters. The Fool card is also a new journey, a new beginning. So for some of you, it could be that you're launching a new path into studying, or you are deciding to return to a place where you felt was always your home, or maybe was literally your home. You may return there as well. But the Fool card is, you having fresh hope at taking a chance on something, and maybe something that's been in the works for quite some time. It could be launching a business or a new idea or just a new lifestyle there, and it feels really like you're completely in alignment with yourself, but also the vision that you have for your future there as well. Now, this card indicates jumping straight into something, but I feel with the Devil card present, you're doing your due diligence, making sure that you don't rush into anything too quickly, because you may miss something and you may have to return to it in the month of May there as well. For some of you with the Fool card, well, actually, for the majority of you, I'm feeling this energy of getting a compliment about your age, that you don't look your age. That's coming through there as well. But also, I'm getting this energy of feeling unprepared for, okay, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. Okay, now I don't like this, but I'm being given energy here of a friend may cancel on you. Okay, I feel like they give you enough time that you're not actually there waiting for them, but you may be unprepared for the fact that they're going to cancel on you. I feel like you understand, but if it happens too often, you may start to feel a little bit frustrated, and I feel an honest, open conversation about boundaries and respecting your time is something that could come out. Now, you're going to be diplomatic about it, because I feel like you care about this person, whoever this person is. It doesn't have to be a friend, it could be a family member, but I feel like someone may cancel on you in the month of May, and you were looking forward to it. They change plans or they reschedule, but it feels like, you had carved some really good quality time out of your day, your week, your month, in order to see this person, and suddenly it's a bit of a plot twist. And I feel this person, they may be a little bit immature about it as well. So I do feel there could be a little bit of tension that rises from that, but I feel like you're going to be super on it and honest about this, and they respect your honesty as well. Good friends always do, of course. So that's coming out there as well. But this is a big month here for you to start something that perhaps you've been meaning to for quite some time and you never got round to it. I feel like you're serious about it this month. Now, we've also got creation. So this is about you focusing on your dreams and goals, but also creating a peaceful sanctuary for yourself there as well. It's number 29. Again, when you reduce it, 2 + 9 is 11. So either side, you got 11, 11. So you're definitely focusing on your true calling, your true path, and your goals there. But when you get this card, this is, of course, about peace of mind. It is a card that indicates that you're going deeper this month and really looking at what makes you you, and where you can find ways to connect to your creative juices, as it were. This is also about being in the flow, having confidence, moving forward, and being true to your emotions. So some of you may even be purging and getting closure on difficult situations from your past and healing there as well. But this card is really a very important card because it actually connects to you considering what is vital to your happiness and what it is that you truly seek in the world. So carving out that space, that time for peace, and submerging yourself in what really is important to you is the way forward this month as well. Now, interesting, I don't normally get messages about religion or faith. Some of you may actually reestablish your faith this month, your belief system in some way, and there may be some sort of event, ritual, or celebration of it as well there. Some of you may even join a group which is integrating you into the community or integrating you into a house of worship in some way, and it just feels like you're meeting kindred spirits there as well. So this could be a month for that. It doesn't have to be about faith or religion. It could also be that you are joining a group of people where you just feel like, you know, you vibe with these people, and it just feels like you're coming home in some way in this group. Also, water. I'm being guided straight to the water. They want me to underline or reestablish hydration. So important, okay? So extra on it this month when it comes to hydration for body, mind, and soul when it comes to your health there as well. We've also got cause and effect. This is the Justice card. So I definitely see that a lot of you are going to be very busy with mundane tasks. I mean, it does go inside with, you know, your sixth house. So lots of paperwork, emails, phone calls. You're going to be super busy, but you're also carving out a pocket of time for peace, meditation. Really interesting. Okay, this is not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm getting a song, and the song is very random, and I'm not sure how it resonates with this reading at all, but let me see if I can decode it for you. I know the song. I mean, I've heard the song. I don't really know it. It is Lay Your Hands on Me by Bon Jovi. Now, I don't really know the lyrics. I've heard it in the background on a radio or something, you know, but I've never really looked at lyrics for that song. All I'm hearing is lay your hands on me, and it's just continuous, lay your hands on me. So how do I decode that? Now, this could be if you are currently dating someone or courting someone. Perhaps you are hoping you take it to the next level with somebody. It could also mean some of you are really in need of a massage, and you're like, oh, just lay your hands on me. I really need you to get rid of the knots, all the pressure. For some of you, it could be that you are deciding to train as a masseuse, or perhaps you are going into a healing industry, or perhaps you are learning to heal other people. Lay your hands on me. I mean, for some of you, it could be connected to a religious ritual in some way as well. So please take it as it resonates. I really don't know what that song is about. Lay your hands on me. I'm going to have to look up the full lyrics because all I've got right now are those. But it may also be a song that you hear over the next month that indicates this is coming in. Okay, for some of you, this is a relationship. If you're looking for a relationship, some of you, it is an opportunity to get what you've been manifesting for such a long time. So listen out for that song. It may not be in the literal sense that, you know, you want someone to lay their hands on you, but it may actually be more about the song being like a signifier that as soon as you hear that, there's some good stuff coming your way there, okay? But the cause and effect, it's a card that indicates all the energy that you've been putting into your projects. There will be fulfillment. There is the law of fate, gravity, but also the law of attraction and the law of reciprocity in play in your life right now. And I would say expect the unexpected in this month, because I feel the majority of it is really good, but there may be some disappointments in terms of like a friend canceling or perhaps something not working out the way you thought. But then suddenly the universe sends you a plot twist and says, yeah, that didn't work out really well because this is much better and it's right for you. So just watch out for that happening there as well. Now, as I said, lots of paperwork, lots of responsibility, administrative tasks, especially at the end of the month. For some of you, it could be that you're getting like spreadsheets in order, tax time maybe for some, I'm not sure, but I feel like there's an administrative energy about the latter part of the month. If you're a parent or guardian, perhaps, you know, these are forms that you have to fill in for your child. Maybe they're going on a school vacation or something you need to sign off. I definitely see you're going to be really on it there. Pay close attention to legal documents this month as well, especially at the end there. But I feel like you've got everything in order. I feel like you can be really organized this month there as well. You're really tuning into your needs this month. That's the main energy I've got there. Now, the Lovers card, of course, if you're in a high-level commitment, I definitely see that you may even be given a lovely gift by your partner. I feel, you know, it lets you know that they appreciate you. That's coming in there. And for some of you, if you've been having some like issues, tension, or problems with your relationship, I feel there's a really honest, open conversation here where you find a solution to meet each other's needs in the relationship. So I feel things get harmonized and it brings peace to the relationship once more. Also with the Lovers card, this is basically the choice card. It used to be called the choice card. So I feel the majority of you, this is about you looking at your options, what is right for you, and making some major adjustments to either your schedule or your life in order to live your life in the best way possible where things meet your expectations. Also, the Lovers card at grassroots is connecting to the law of attraction. Your heart is vibing at a certain frequency where you're attracting whatever it is you deserve and desire. So I definitely see that the universe is going to send you some level of opportunity that you've been yearning for or working hard towards accomplishing over the next 6 weeks. I see it's coming your way. Now, of course, if you're looking for love, there is a soulmate coming in. So if you're single, I feel there is the potential for you to have a choice. There may even be, and this is highly unusual because Mercury is direct. Okay, and when Mercury is in retrograde, that's when we see exes return from the past. But Mercury is direct in May, and it seems like someone from your past may try to reach out. So I feel this person, they may try to heal things or find a solution there. But I feel there's something about this person, they meddle with your peace of mind, and you may actually decide that this person is not in alignment with you anymore, and you may choose a new person that you feel more connected to. But that's your call. We all have free will there. Also, the Lovers card, this is about, you know, making a decision. It's time to make a decision on something that is really personal to you. So this could be about where you feel like you belong. It could also be a communication that you need to have with someone. Ultimately, the Lovers card is you unifying with people that you really care about and recognizing that, of course, you know, things are nice in life. Money is important. We need it to pay bills. Home is, of course, important as well because it feels like you're secure. But experiences and people are important. So this is about reestablishing your relationships with the people that you really care about, and it's about integrating yourself to build nice memories with those people, and it just changes your vibrations. Now, Six of Cups is a wonderful card. There is someone from your past, aside from an ex, there is someone from your past who wants to reach out and will reach out at the end of May there for you. But also, the Six of Cups is recognizing that you are a gift and that you have a lot to offer. And this month you give it your all as well there. And I feel there's some really great news coming in here for you. There's messages of recognition, of reward as well. I see there Six of Cups tends to mean the universe steps in to give you something that you've been really hoping for there as well. But also this is about building happy memories, coming together with friends, especially if you have childhood friends that you've remained in contact with. I definitely see some either reunion or some sort of meeting there as well. Six of Cups, it's also a card of nostalgia. So some of you may be looking at the past in order to get closure on it this month, because I feel like you're heavily moving towards goals and dreams for the future, and you don't want anything to impede that progress there as well. Six of Cups is always the universe stepping in to give you something really special. And it could be a gift. I mean, I am picking up, whether you are in a high level commitment or not, I feel someone actually gives you a gift. And it's not even your birthday season. So, you know, this could be something that suddenly comes in the mail, or suddenly is left on your desk, or maybe a neighbor pops around, or maybe it's a friend who reaches out and said, oh, I thought of you and I got this. So look at that. I was just talking about it, and there it is. It literally says there's an offer or a gift that's meant for you. Trust it. Okay? And it there says as well, offer a gift showing respect and healing. Now, for some of you, this offer or opportunity could be job related if you're looking for work. For some of you, it could be an offer to go on a vacation or travel. For some of you, it could also be a friend reaching out saying, hey, there's this wonderful healing event that I'd love you to go to, or a spiritual event, maybe connected to drums as well, because I'm seeing drums there. So maybe they want one more, so I'll give it. Okay. Yeah, maybe related to drums. So some of you may go and go to a drumming event, or maybe you're learning drums. Drums tend to connect to the heart space, you know, that groundedness of passion, that sense of being. So it's a very sort of like instinctual energy that is almost like reminders of your life force and your calling. So I feel it would definitely be very helpful for you. We've got offerings. I've already mentioned that. That's your first card there. We've also got prayer. So as I said, my readings are not really religious, but it did come up there. So I had to mention it there for some of you. But it says, whatever you've asked for in prayer, believe and it will be yours. Worship, devotion, pleading, and faith. I definitely see it's being delivered for you. You're on track to receive it. It's going to be different for everyone. So whatever it is you've been praying for or asking the universe for, you're in alignment this month. Manifestation is very strong for you. We've also got cut away. And this really came up for you at the beginning there. Cutting away, it says cut off toxic relationships, situations, or anything that you do not positively vibe with or does not positively serve you. Detach, break up, sever, and disconnect. So we've already addressed that, and this is a second deck that is kind of highlighting that. And finally, we've got the calling, okay? And it says there, expect to receive the news that you've been patiently waiting on. So again, I mean, you could have got any card in this deck. There's some really weird and wonderful ones here. Between worlds, you know, but all of the energy, the soul would have no rainbow if the eyes had no tears, you know, but you got these specific cards that really relate to the energy that's already come out there. So it says calls, texts, news, communication, and info, and we've already addressed that there. So it's just reestablishing that. Just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, we've only got one rune here, and it's the arrow. Isn't that really interesting for my beautiful Sagittarians? You got an arrow. It means you're right on target. It also means that you're focused on something, or you have set an intention and you're heading in that direction, and nothing is going to derail you from your path. Also, when you get this rune, this indicates the only way is up, and that you are a warrior, and that, you know, whatever intrigues you this month, have the courage to go with it. Also, justice shall be yours. If some of you are going through a legal experience right now, or you're having to go through a court case or something, and you're worried about it, I definitely see that you have options. Lead with integrity. Get the right people on your team. But the Six of Cups, I feel like, you know, that it'll go better than you expect. And I feel, you know, don't worry about it. It will be what it's meant to be. But I also feel for some of you, this is about you setting goals or intentions and being on the mark and accomplishing whatever it is you set out to. So this is a very complex reading. I hope something resonates in this reading for you all. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians, and love and light.